Hello my dear students and welcome back to this session of solving of MCQs. As we have already discussed that today we shall be solving MCQs on the standard SA700, which forms to be the most important part in respect of our standards and our reporting, because SA700 specifically speaks about how an audit report should be and how an audit report should be, especially in the circumstances of an unmodified audit report. Okay, come on, let's begin the journey of this particular standard. The first question with related to this standard SA700 goes as SA700 deals with A. Forming an opinion and reporting on financial statements. B. Modifications. C. Emphasis of matter paragraph in auditor's report. D. Audit procedures. As we have seen, SA700 specifically speaks about unmodified report. 705 speaks about, yes, hence, yes, so the correct answer here should be alternative A, forming an opinion and reporting on financial statements. Let's quickly go ahead to the next question. SA700 revised is applicable for all audits related to accounting period beginning on or after. So here they are checking the applicability. Okay, standard SA700, standard on auditing 700 has been revised, and this revised standard is being applicable from 1st of April, on or after. See, look at the words, it is on or after. If the words would have been after, I would have chosen the alternative as 31st March 18. Now here there is a small correction in the questions. Yes, I want you to make this alternative C as 1st of April 2018. So here the correct answer is the SA700 revised has been made applicable on or after 1st of April 2018. So here the correct alternative should be alternative C. Come on, let's quickly go ahead further. The form and content of auditor's report are provided by, come on, tell me, the form and content, yes, SA200, Companies Act, or SA700. When we speak of auditor's report, the form and content is given to us by this particular standard, SA700. So C is the correct alternative. Let's go ahead further. 619. The requirement of SA700 is to address an appropriate balance between. So here it is speaking about the objective of SA700. So what is the objective? Consistency, equality, simplicity and consistency, uniqueness, consistency and comparability. So if you check, why are these standards designed? Number one, so that there is a consistency in the way auditor, yes, reports, right? So consistency is a part of it. So when we choose consistency, all the four options have consistency. Okay, now along with that, equality is equality a point. Every client is different, every audit has a different objective, different audit procedures depending on the entity, its environment and internal control, right? So A cannot be the option. Then if we see simplicity and consistency, simplicity cannot be an aspect in auditor's report. Yes, because auditor's report needs to consider all the important major matters. Okay, then C speaks about consistency and uniqueness. No, here uniqueness does not matter. What matters is that one entity should be able to, our user should be able to compare one entity with the other entity. Only then the industry norms could be understood by the user. So here the more objective of auditor's report in SA700 is what? Consistency and comparability. So alternative D should be the chosen correct answer. Now let's quickly go to the next question. The next question speaks about, while forming an opinion, what is the responsibility of auditor with respect to evaluation of preparation of financial statements? Okay, yes. So here the question is, what is the responsibility? Auditor's responsibility with evaluation of preparation of financial statements. A. Disclose the significant accounting policies applied and are consistent with the applicable financial reporting framework. Yes, as an auditor we need to check whether the accounting policies which are chosen by the management, are they correct, are they consistently applied. Then to check whether the accounting estimates made by the management are reasonable. Absolutely yes, we need to check whether whatever the accounting estimates the management has relied upon at the time of preparation of financial statements, are they, yes, reasonable or not. So alternative A, alternative B is seeming correct. Then if we see alternative C, the financial statements provide adequate disclosures to enable the intended users to understand the effect of material transactions and events. Yes. We need to check that whether the financial statements as what are covering all the material matters or not. So here the correct answer should be D, my dear friends. The correct answer should be D. Okay, yes, let's quickly go ahead. So these were a certain, easy breezy questions. Let's quickly go ahead to the next question. Question 621. The information present in financial statements should be reliable, relevant, comparable, understandable. Yes, so financial statements. Yes, come on. Yes, section 128. What does it say? That all the financial statements need to be reliable, relevant, comparable, understandable. So here I would choose D as the correct alternative. Okay, let's quickly go ahead to the next question. The auditor's evaluation as to whether the financial statements achieve fair presentation shall include consideration of. What consideration should it include of? Number 1. Yes, the overall presentation, structure and content of financial statements. Yes, we need to check if it is fair presentation or not. Yes, whether the financial statements including the related notes represent the underlying transactions and events in the manner that achieves fair presentation. So here what does it mean? Here option number alternative A speaks about what? Yes, it is speaking about what? Come on, the overall presentation, structure and content of financial statements. So it is speaking about the financial reporting framework, and alternative B is saying that yes, whether it is about that achieves fair presentation. So here alternative A and alternative B, yes, both has to be evaluated by the auditor. So now if you check the alternative C and alternative D, alternative C says both A and B, alternative D says all of the above. Okay, so which is the more perfect answer? The more perfect answer is C, both A and B. So here I will be choosing the alternative C as the correct answer. Okay, such questions are going to be asked in the examination, my dear friends. So be very careful while choosing the alternative. Okay, yes. What kind of opinions an auditor may give on financial statements? Again, a very simple question. Unmodified, qualified, adverse, or any of the opinion, right? All of the above, right? An auditor can give any of the opinion, and okay, these are the different kinds of opinion, and there's also one more, disclaimer opinion. Okay, yes, let's go ahead to the next question. The auditor shall express dash opinion where he concludes that the financial statements are prepared in all material respects in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. Okay, so here it is speaking about which kind of framework. Question number 1. How many types of framework are there? 2. Compliance and fair presentation. Compliance speak about complying with the financial statements should be prepared as per FRF and financial reporting framework, and fair presentation framework says that it should give a true and fair view. It should be presented fairly. Now here if you check what is being told to us, that the financial statements are prepared. That means they are speaking about the compliance framework, and here if compliance framework is complied with, the auditor shall express which opinion? Yes, unmodified or clear opinion. So alternative A should be the correct answer. Next question. Unmodified or clear report means that the financial statements, number 1, are showing true and fair view. Number 2, not modified. Number 3, has very little misstatements. And alternative D, none of the above. Very, very, very interesting question. Because if you see, all the 3 answers, I'm feeling that all the 3 alternatives are absolutely correct. Okay, that the financial statements are showing true and fair view. This is also important. When I say unmodified audit report, that means I'm giving a not modified audit report, right? And it is always clear that as an auditor, we have to provide reasonable assurance. So reasonable assurance means that material misstatements may arise, right? So there is a scope of misstatements also. So here now all the 3 alternatives are confusing. Alternative D is not all of the above, it is none of the above. So out of these 3, A, B, C, I need to choose the most perfect answer. The most perfect answer is, yes, when we speak about auditor's responsibility, it is what? Providing auditor's opinion on what? Truth and fairness of financial statements, right? So here alternative A gives me a more perfect answer, more nearer to responsibility of auditor. So I would choose which alternative, my dear friends? Yes, alternative A. Let's quickly go into the next question. Financial statements can be prepared in accordance with fair presentation framework, compliance framework, both of the above. Yes, so there is nothing to think about it till now. As we have proceeded ahead with the 700 series, we have understood that both the frameworks are important. Further, 627. An auditor is not required to evaluate. I repeat, the auditor is not required to evaluate whether the financial statements achieve fair presentation or not when the financial statements are prepared in accordance with. Okay, now understand the question. What is it said? Is not required to evaluate. So we are not required to evaluate. Okay. Whether the financial statements achieve fair presentation or not. Okay. Yes. So fair presentation, is present or not, is speaking about which financial reporting framework? Fair presentation framework. So when is it not required? When we are going with the other framework. And the other framework is compliance framework, right? So here the correct answer should be alternative A, my dear friends. Okay. Yes. The next question. An auditor's report shall be writing or oral, none of the above. Yes. We have seen that here auditor's report format has been given to us. So can it be oral? No. It has always to be in writing, my dear friends. Okay. Yes. Auditor's report as per SA700 revised shall start with. The first thing we need to tell the viewer, tell the users that you are giving what? Independent auditor's report. And that is known as what, my dear friends? It is known as title. The first thing that you have to prepare is the title. Let's quickly go ahead to the last question for the day. The title of the audit report shall be, come on, independent auditor's report, statutory auditor's report, company auditor's report, or any of the above. Because all the three are right. I am a statutory auditor, right? I am also an independent auditor. Also, I am a company auditor, right? Yes, come on. Tell me, what should be the correct answer? Yes, my dear friends, the correct answer should be A, independent auditor's report. Okay? Yes, so this is all about today's session of SA700. We will have more two sessions on standard, this particular standard, because this is a very important standard, and we'll cover all the 50 MCQs which are available to you in our books. Okay. Yes, let me tell you once again that if you do not have this particular PDF, you can join the Telegram channel. The description of the link of the which has been provided to you in the description, from where you can download this particular PDF. Okay. All the best. Study well. Keep revising, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Yes. Bye bye and take care, my dear friends.